ready? Ms. Sherlock, you good?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Load?
Yes, sir.
That's done here. Good. Doesn't make quite the right sound, does it? Okay, good evening. It's time to call the July 1st, 2025 Wirt County Board of Education meeting to order. First order of business is the Pledge of Allegiance, and this evening we're going to ask Mr. McCown to lead us in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we're down to approval of the agenda. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda? So moved. Okay, under payment invoices, we have an amount of $125,296.09. Under budget supplements, we have $22,644.31. And budget transfers are $81,544.22. Number 4 will be struck from.
Mr. Metz,
Did I get that right?
23 cents. I believe you said 22
Yeah,
cents.
mine looked like a 2.
Oh, I see what you.
Yeah, $81,544.23. Karen Cummins will be after us for that 1 penny.
1 penny, yes indeed.
Yeah. Workman's comp, number 4, has been struck. It'll come back to us at a later time. Mr. McCown tells me that we're okay there, but it will come back to us at a regular time. Under personnel matters, we have no resignations, no employments. Out-of-county student enrollments, there's nobody, so that'll be struck. Let's see, and I believe that's it. Did I miss anything? Any questions about the agenda as presented? Hearing none, we have a motion to approve the agenda as presented. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. I want to turn my phone off. There we go. Okay, information, Mr. McCown?
No information.
Nothing there. Recognitions, no recognitions tonight. Delegations?
No delegations.
No delegations tonight. Moving right along. Okay, we're down to the agenda. So the first motion is to approve the minutes of the June 26th, 2025 regular meeting.
So
I have a
moved.
motion. I'm sorry.
So moved.
Okay, we have a motion to approve the minutes of the June 26th, 2025 regular meeting minutes. Any corrections, comments, concerns?
Corrections.
Yes, sir.
I'm having trouble pulling mine up,
Okay.
but if somebody else has theirs up for one of the votes about, on my copy, the vote about the services where there was 4-1.
Yes, sir.
I don't think it said who was the one, and when it's not unanimous, it should say.
Yes.
One
that's
moment.
within our policy. Yeah, on the one where it was 4-1.
It
think
is
it
the
was
1,
on-
2,
And there
3,
was-
4, 5, 6. The 6th one down on page 3, Sherry. If
Yeah,
you
it
could
should
make a
list out who the no vote is. Well, I tell you what, Sherry, the best thing to do is just put all 5 board members and put yay or nay, and that way there won't be any question about what it is. Because within our policy, if they're unanimous, then the vote doesn't have to be split out. It actually usually says right on the bottom of the minutes that if they're unanimous set, but when they're not, then they have to be listed out. So, yeah, no problem, Ms. Sherlock.
And there was another one, trying to find it in the minutes for employment where
Yes,
I.
Bell.
And is it in there, or am I missing that?
Bell.
I did not spell out the votes.
Yeah,
I can fix that one.
yeah. You probably didn't realize that, Sherry. We don't. Yeah. Yeah, within our policy, yeah. Absolutely not a problem. That's why we do this right now. Any other corrections? Here are none. We have a motion to approve the minutes as presented with the corrections brought forth by Mr. Sherlock. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it. Motion carries. Down to payment invoices. Need a motion to approve the payment of invoices in the amount of $125,296.09.
So moved.
Mr. McCown.
So 3 runs of expenditures this evening, all on 6/30/2025. The first amount totals $117,183.74. Noteworthy on this is the Evans construction where we did the paving project at the primary center to pave that gravel lot. The second run on 6/30 as well totals $7,893.36. Noteworthy on this is the P card for Harris Oil of $6,453 for fuel. And then finally, also on 6/30, totaling $218.99. This is United Dairy Milk for the summer school program. These 3 runs of expenditures total $125,296.09.
Any questions? Here are none. We have a motion to approve the payment of invoices in the amount of $125,296.09. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it. Motion carries. Need a motion to approve budget supplements amount of $22,644.31.
So moved.
Mr. McCown.
There are 4 supplements for your consideration this evening. The first in the amount of $8,746.99. This is a supplement for Build Child Nutrition Director Services. The next in the amount of $13,510.32. This is additional Medicaid billings. Next in the amount of $345. This is a WVDE grant for CPR training. And then finally, the last supplement is in the amount of $42. This is additional WVDE funding for attendance bonuses. These all total $22,644.31.
Any questions, comments?
Question.
Yes, sir.
Who is receiving the CPR training?
So that is something that we have already done. That is, they didn't put the money out until like absolute end of the year, but that was for seniors at the high school to get the CPR training that they already received. So basically, this money is recouping money that we spent for that.
So this was offered to all seniors or only seniors in certain classes?
I think next year, I think all seniors are going to get that. I don't know that, I think it was offered to everybody, but not everybody elected to take part in that this past year.
Okay.
But I think it's the goal to have all of the seniors trained in that in subsequent years.
Under what, was that under health or when did they?
I think that might be something that they did in DG developmental guidance.
Okay. And then all seniors had the opportunity if they
I
wanted.
believe so, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, if memory serves me right, that's actually a result of some legislation that was passed that said that we had to offer it.
But I think that they realized that they didn't give us that money, and so it was like, they said it might be anytime between now and midnight on June the 30th, so I'm thankful they didn't wait till midnight, but it was the very end of the day on June 30th when they sent out that money. I think they had overlooked that at the State Department and sent it out at the last minute.
That's a very good, useful program.
Yeah. Okay, any other questions about budget supplements? Here none, we have a motion to approve budget supplements amount of $22,644.31. Aye? Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. Now we have a motion to approve budget transfers in the amount of $81,544.23.
So moved.
Mr. McCallum.
So several budget transfers for your consideration. The first in the amount of $7,895. This is a transfer for the child nutrition equipment at Wirt County High School. Then the second in the amount of $39,018.82. This is a step 7 transfer for changes in personnel. The next is in the amount of $24,443.94. This is a transfer for communities in school carryover from last year to the new budget in this year. The next in the amount of $645.88. This is Title II for staff development, substitutes, and travel. Next, in the amount of $30.64, this is Project Aware for final salary cleanup of the budget. The next in the amount of $6,289.01, Step 7D for staff development subs, stipends, and travel. Next in the amount of $12.16, early literacy for salary. Then in the amount of $2,053.15, alt ed services and software. And then finally in the amount of $1,155.60, special ed for software and services. All these transfers total $81,544.20.
Any questions, comments?
On the CIS, 24,000, is that something that was allotted but we just didn't spend? Or?
So, yeah, anything that was in last year's budget that did not get spent, it's getting carried over to the new fiscal year.
Okay. There's no reason why, or was this more than what we needed, or?
I think they probably had money for supplies and various things budgeted, and it didn't all get spent this year.
Any other questions? Hearing none, we have a motion to approve budget transfers in the amount of $81,544.23. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. Okay, we're down to a new business. A motion to approve the board self-reflection.
So moved.
Mr. McCallum, you
So,
want to touch that one?
yeah,
or you
that
want me to?
is in the packet, and I can go, you want me to go through each one and briefly talk about it?
Does the
or-
board wish for him to go
Or
through each one?
it was in
or-
the packet and the board,
Sure.
okay. So, just for the studio audience out there, each year the board has a self-reflection survey that they take. It's got various questions talking about different roles of the board and how the board feels about various topics. And I can go through briefly and describe the question, and then the responses from the board members and what that totaled. So the first question, it says, I can communicate the county's mission. We had 3 strongly agree and 2 agree. The next question says, I believe in learning for all, whatever it takes. 3 strongly agreed and 2 agreed. Question 3, I make decisions as a board member based on the established mission of our county. 3 strongly agreed, 2 agreed. Question 4 asks, board members share a commitment to the county's mission. 4 agreed, 1 disagreed. Question 5, our board meetings include meaningful discussion about county goals and means of achieving them. 2 strongly agreed, 2 agreed, and 1 strongly disagreed. Our board expects central office staff to be committed to all students obtaining mastery of the state standards. 4 strongly agreed, 1 agreed. Question number 7. My commitment as a board member impacts my actions and my expectations for students and staff. We had 5 board members strongly agree. Question number 8, our board evaluates the superintendent based on board goals, expectations for student achievement, and compliance with state and local policies and West Virginia code. 4 board members strongly agreed, 1 agreed. Question number 9 says our board members provide feedback to the superintendent when appropriate. 4 strongly agreed, 1 agreed. Question number 10. Our board upholds a clear set of expectations of performance and professional qualities when hiring and evaluating the superintendent. 4 strongly agreed, 1 agreed. Question number 11. As a board member, I have the necessary information to make decisions. 1 strongly agreed, 4 agreed. Question number 12. Student performance and well-being can be measured effectively. 3 strongly agreed, 2 agreed. Question 13. Our board engages in frequent, meaningful conversation about improving student achievement throughout the district. 2 strongly agreed, 2 agreed, 1 disagreed. Question 14. Our board has specific measurable goals, frequently monitors progress towards meeting them, and makes changes as needed. 1 strongly agreed, 4 agreed. Question 15 says, our board operates effectively as a policy-making body. 2 strongly agreed, 3 agreed. Question 16, decisions and actions of the board are grounded in state and local policy as opposed to focusing on management. 3 strongly agreed, 2 agreed. Question 17, all potential countywide issues are referred to the superintendent for management. 1 strongly agreed, 4 agreed. Question 18, our board has established a schedule for reviewing policies for relevance and alignment with state policy and West Virginia Code. 1 strongly agreed, 4 agreed. Question 19, our board's behaviors align with established norms and operating procedures. 1 strongly agreed, 4 agreed. Question 20, our board allows and expects the superintendent to serve as the chief executive officer and run the day-to-day operations of the school system. 4 strongly agreed, 1 agreed. Question 21, the relationship between the board and the superintendent is one of mutual respect, open communication, trust, and confidence. 4 strongly agreed, 1 agreed. Question 22, the authority of our board is as a corporate body and not as individual members. 5 strongly agreed. Question 23, our board's goals are established and communicated to all stakeholders. 2 strongly agree, 3 agree. Question 24, our board has an established process for communicating information with the public. 2 strongly agree, 3 agreed. Question 25, our board meetings effectively allow time for both board business and input from community members. 2 strongly agree, 3 agree. Question 26, our board procedures for allowing public comment are fair, clear, and concise. 2 strongly agree, 3 agree. Question 27, board members attend school, district, and community events throughout the year when possible. 1 strongly agree, 4 agree. Question 28, when speaking publicly regarding a county issue, board members align their statements with the board's official position on the issue. 3 strongly agree, 1 disagree. Question 29, our board communicates with government leaders, local, state, and national on issues dealing with public education. 3 strongly agree and 2 agree. And that is the end of the board self-reflection questions.
Any comments? Okay, hearing none, we have a motion to approve the board's self-reflection. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. Okay, let me make sure I'm not missing anything. We're down to volunteers and chaperones. Need a motion to approve volunteer chaperone for 25-26 school year, Nancy Pfeiffer for Wirt County Primary Center, Wirt County Middle School.
So moved.
Any questions? Hear none, we have a motion to approve volunteer chaperones for 25-26 school year, Nancy Pfeiffer for Wirt County Primary Center and Wirt County Middle School. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. Those should be starting to come in hot and heavy for next year, huh?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, so now we are down to board concerns, and we'll start down this way. Ms. Stewart?
Have none?
Mr. Lowe?
Mr. McCown, how do we stand with God?
Well, so
In
I
God we
think
trust. In God we
the,
trust.
the state superintendent sent out a memo this week that said there was a donation from some corporation that they believe is going to pay for all of that signage for every school in the state. So that should be forthcoming.
Yeah, there was a article on the news, and I'm trying to think, Mark, who it was. What, it was either like a newspaper company, a printing company, it was something like that. What's that?
That's awesome.
That was doing them for the whole state.
Wow. Wow.
So I imagine we'll get those and get them out.
Okay.
Yep. So that should be forthcoming.
Okay. Thank you.
Mr. Moore, anything?
No, sir, no.
Ms. Sherlock?
Nothing at this time.
Okay, I do not have anything either. So at this time, the next board meeting, our regular meeting, is July 15th, 2025 at 6 o'clock, and I believe we'll be back in the cafeteria.
Floors should be done, and we should be back in the cafeteria.
Stay tuned for any changes there, but that's what it looks like. Okay, so at this time, I will entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
We are adjourned. Thank you, gentlemen.
Almost